Good morning children, welcome back to your chemistry class. So today in this chapter I am going to talk about benzaldehyde. The formula of benzaldehyde is C6H5CHO and it is an aromatic aldehyde. Commercially it is called as oil of bitter almonds. So how can we prepare benzaldehyde? In laboratory, benzaldehyde can be prepared from toluene, right, by the oxidation of chromyl chloride. So this is your toluene, right? Chromyl chloride oxidizes the methyl group to a chromium complex, and this further on hydrolysis is going to give us the benzaldehyde. So this is our toluene when combines with the chromyl chloride, and further in the presence of CS2, as I told you, a chromium complex will be formed. This is CHOCrOHCl2 whole twice. This is your chromium complex formed, right? This further on hydrolysis is going to give us benzaldehyde, that is CHO. This is a benzaldehyde formed, right? This reaction is also called as Itard reaction. So we can say that the laboratory preparation of benzaldehyde is done by the Itard reaction. Now talking about the physical properties. Benzaldehyde, it is a colorless liquid with a bitter almond like odor. It is soluble in organic solvents like your ethanol and your diethyl ether, right? It is a steam volatile and it boils at 170 degree Celsius. Now talking about the reactivity, aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they are less reactive than the aliphatic carbonyl compounds. Why? Because of -R effect, right, of the carbonyl group. There is dislocation of the pi electrons, and thus the conjugation of the carbonyl carbon with the aryl ring reduces the electrophilic reactivity of the carbonyl carbon, and therefore we can say that these aromatic aldehydes are less reactive than the aliphatic carbonyl compounds. Clear? Now let us study about some chemical properties of benzaldehyde. Chemical properties. The first one is the oxidation. That is, it gets oxidized to benzoic acid in the presence of either dilute HNO3 or alkaline KMNO4. So benzaldehyde combines with the oxygen either in the presence of dilute HNO3 or it could be alkaline KMNO4. And what did I say? It is going to give us benzoic acid. This is your benzoic acid. Okay. Second chemical property, it shows reduction. It is reduced to benzyl alcohol. So CHO, it can be reduced to what? Benzyl alcohol, but in the presence of what? Zinc and dilute HCl, it is going to form benzyl alcohol, CH2CHO. This is a benzyl alcohol. Okay. Now let's look at the nucleophilic addition reactions. So over here with HCN, So benzaldehyde, if we treat it with, this is benzaldehyde, okay, benzaldehyde, when this is treated with HCN. So now if you can see the reaction, it will be easy for you to understand. C, this will combine with H to form OH. One H is already here. What are you left with? The cyanide group. It goes over here. So what is this compound called as? Benzaldehyde cyanohydrin. Okay, what is this called as? It is benzaldehyde when combines with hydrogen cyanide forms benzaldehyde cyanohydrin. Okay, then the fourth one, with sodium bisulfite. With sodium bisulfite, let's see, C double bond OH combines with NaHSO3, that is sodium bisulfite, and it forms C. Then O will combine with H forming OH. Then this H is already here. What are you left with? It is SO3Na. So this is negative, this is positive. What is the name of this? This is benzaldehyde bisulfite. Okay, what is this called as? Benzaldehyde bisulfite compound is formed with sodium bisulfite. Now with Grignard's reagent, so benzaldehyde when treated with Grignard's reagent could be your phenyl magnesium bromide. Okay, so MgBr, this is your Grignard's reagent. What is the name of this? This is your phenyl magnesium bromide. It is first going to give us a addition compound. So this is your H. To this it will be OMgBr. This is your addition product, followed when we add water to it, what will happen? It will remove MgOH Br. So it is going to form what? It will remove MgOH Br and it is going to form diphenyl carbinol. Okay, so that can be shown like this. H and OH. So this is called as your diphenyl carbinol. Okay, so this is your secondary alcohol also. So this was with Grignard's reagent. Now till now we were doing nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, now let us see nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. So let me write down over here nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. So over here, these are two-step reactions, okay, involving first addition followed by elimination of some small molecules. So their first step is similar to what we had studied in the nucleophilic addition reaction, right? So let's begin with the first one, that is with ammonia. So it reacts with ammonia and gives a complex product that is called as hydrobenzamide. So 2 molecules of benzaldehyde we use over here. 2 moles of benzaldehyde means CH double bond O plus combines with 2 molecules of ammonia plus excess of benzaldehyde, that is O double bond CH. All this is going to give what? This is also benzaldehyde. This is also benzaldehyde, okay? With ammonia, it is going to give us hydrobenzamide. So let's see what is the formula of hydrobenzamide. CH double bond, it will combine with nitrogen, this is combining with this carbon now with the hydrogen, right, and releases 3 molecules of water. So what is the name of this compound, the complex compound that is formed? This is called as hydrobenzamide. Clear? Second one with hydroxylamine. So benzaldehyde we take C double bond OH and combine it with hydroxylamine. So hydroxylamine can be written as H2NOH. So what are we going to see? We will see the removal of water, and hence it is going to form benzaldoxime. Benzaldoxime, the formula is CH double bond NOH plus water is formed. So this is what your benzaldoxime, right? Then next one we see with hydrazine. Let's see with hydrazine what does it form? Benzaldehyde CH double bond O with the hydrazine H2NNH2. So this is going to give us, again this water will be removed, okay, and it is going to form benzaldehyde hydrazone, that is NNH2 plus H2O. So what is this? This is benzaldehyde hydrazone. I hope this is clear. To this benzaldehyde hydrazone, if we add excess of benzaldehyde over here, okay, so it is going to form a complex compound C1N double bond C is H, right? Then let's talk about another reaction with phenyl hydrazine. So benzaldehyde, it will combine with phenyl hydrazine and it is going to form benzaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. So this will be H2NNH. What did I say? It is going to form benzaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. So CH double bond N NH. What is this? This is a benzaldehyde phenyl hydrazone. Okay, and water will be given out. I hope these chemical reactions are clear to you. Then with phosphorus pentachloride, over here benzyl chloride will be formed. So C6H5CHO plus PCl5 is going to give us C6H5CHCl2 plus POCl3. What is this? This is benzyl chloride. Okay. Next one, this is which one? This is your fourth reaction. This is your fifth reaction. That is the Cannizzaro reaction. It also shows Cannizzaro reaction. When benzaldehyde, it is heated with the strong alkali solution, it will undergo simultaneous oxidation and reduction and forms what? Salt of benzoic acid and the benzyl alcohol, thus showing us the Cannizzaro reaction. So C6H5CHO combining with concentrated NaOH, and this forms C6H5CH2OH. This is called as what? Benzyl alcohol plus sodium benzoate will be formed C6H5COONA. That is one salt of benzoic acid and of benzoyl alcohol is formed over here. So this was your Cannizzaro's reaction. Then next let's see benzoin condensation. Benzoin condensation, when two molecules of benzaldehyde, they are heated with any alcoholic solution of your potassium cyanide, then they undergo self-condensation and they form benzoin, which is called as benzoin condensation. So over here, if I have to explain it, then if I take it like this, H, and combine it with another benzaldehyde, C double bond O, right? Then it is treated with, as I told you, either with alcoholic KCN, and it is heated. Then it is going to form, further condensation will take place, the self condensation will take place, and it is going to form benzoin. So let's see the formula of benzoin. COH H C double bond O. This is what your benzoin. So this reaction is termed as benzoin condensation. Then next, let's see Perkins reaction. So what is Perkins reaction? When benzaldehyde is heated with aliphatic acid anhydride in the presence of sodium salt, right, of the acid corresponding to the anhydride, they will form your alpha beta unsaturated acid on hydrolysis. That is termed as Perkins reaction. I repeat, when benzaldehyde, it is treated with the aliphatic acid anhydride. So let's do that first. This is your benzaldehyde treated with aliphatic acid anhydride. So the formula is C double bond O CH3. What is this? This is your acetic anhydride. This is your acetic anhydride, right? Further, in the presence of any sodium salt of the acid corresponding to the anhydride, so it could be CH3COONA. This could be the salt, and when heated, water is removed, and when water is removed, then what is formed? CH double bond CH CO. Further, where to show the reaction proceeds. Okay, let me rub the above one, then I'll show you. Here, when treated with water, it is going to form cinnamic acid and acetic acid. So your cinnamic acid is your alpha beta unsaturated acid. Okay, so it is forming acetic acid CH3COH, right, plus cinnamic acid it is going to form. So let us form the cinnamic acid now. CH double bond CHCOOH. This is your cinnamic acid, and it is also your alpha beta unsaturated acid. Okay, alpha beta unsaturated acid is your cinnamic acid. So I hope Perkins reaction is clear to you. I repeat, when benzaldehyde, it is treated with acetic acid in the presence of any sodium salt of the acid corresponding to its anhydride, then they form what? The alpha beta unsaturated acid, that is the cinnamic acid, and acetic acid is formed on hydrolysis. Okay, I hope this point is clear. Next we move to electrophilic substitution reactions. So over here it shows all halogenation, nitration and sulfonation reaction in electrophilic substitution reactions. So I'm not going to write CHO. I'm going to show it to you like this. So over here it combines with bromine, okay, in the presence of a catalyst, and it is going to form let me write it down first, CHO, and this, as I said, meta place, so it is going to come over here. So meta bromo benzaldehyde. Okay, so what happens in the when benzaldehyde is treated with bromine in the presence of catalyst, it forms meta bromo benzaldehyde. So this is your halogenation reaction. First one is your halogenation reaction. Second one, let us see it when it is treated with fuming HNO3. When benzaldehyde is treated with fuming HNO3 in the presence of H2SO4 sulfuric acid, then what it is going to give us? NO2. This is a meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. Okay, so what is this? Meta-nitrobenzaldehyde, and thus this reaction is termed as nitration reaction. Then lastly, let us see when benzaldehyde is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, it is going to form what? CHOSO3H. So this is what? This is your meta-benzaldehyde sulfonic acid, right? And this shows your sulfonation reaction. Sulfonation reaction. So we can say that the CHO group, it is deactivating M directing group or meta directing group. Okay. Now let us understand how to differentiate between benzaldehyde and acetaldehyde. So they can be distinguished either by distinguish between benzaldehyde and acetaldehyde, right? So they can be easily distinguished by the iodoform test that we have already done before, and even the acetaldehyde, it gives a yellow PPT of iodoform when treated with iodine in the presence of alkali. So what did I say? That acetaldehyde when treated with NaOH plus in the presence of iodine, what it is going to give? It will give us a yellow iodoform, that is CHI3. This is yellow iodoform plus COONA plus NaI plus H2O is formed. And benzaldehyde, it does not give iodoform test, right? Now what are the uses of benzaldehyde? They are used as a flavoring essence in perfumery, in the manufacture of the dyes, and also in the synthesis of cinnamic acid and cinnamaldehyde, right? So that was all about benzaldehyde today. Thank you.